What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan. I am your Nootropics information wizard. Thanks so much for being with me. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Check us out on the web at livecortex.com, at livecortex.com/blog, giant blog for nootropics information. Facebook.com/Cortex Stacks. Go there. We've got great stuff. Like us, check us out. Always posting nootropic stuff there. My own personal Facebook page is facebook.com/Ryan Michael Ballo. That's very new. A lot of good stuff there. Every shred of information we put out is supported by 6 powerful nootropic products. Here they are.
Elite level nootropic products.
All right, number 1, the Cortex stack, powerful pre-made nootropic stack. Basically, we found this. We could combine uridine monophosphate with CDP choline and artichoke extract and get a super synergistic, like way mental energy facilitating modafinil-like experience with a couple nootropic compounds. We put it in a commercial stack. It is the type of stack that cranks up brain performance and you notice it. That was the chief complaint with other stacks. You just don't notice them as much. You'll notice Cortex. Right now, $24 using the coupon code 8. Just the number 8, get you Cortex for $24 right now. Link is in the description below. Make it happen. 5 digital stack lists. They teach you how to use nootropics. They've got many stacks in them. There they are. We have a nootropic starter pack, which is a bottle of Cortex, and our starter guide called Smarter, Better, Faster. And then we have nootropics consulting. It's a 40-minute call with me and 15 additional email correspondences. Get all that stuff at livecortex.com. By the way, the coupon code 8 applies to everything right now. All right, so look, I got an email recently from a guy who asked, look, I took modafinil, and it was basically like the Limitless experience, like the movie Limitless. And my brain was on, I was firing on all cylinders. Like I felt like I had woken up from being asleep for like most of my adult life. And I know what that's like. I mean, that's one of the reasons a lot of folks are really into nootropics. That's why we've gotten into them, partially to begin with. For me, it was that. I mean, I started meditating. It woke my brain up. And then I, went to research what was happening behind it. And then the next logical progression was, okay, well, what else can we do to optimize the brain chemistry in a way that makes me feel like my brain is working again? So nootropics were the next logical answer. So that's why people get into them. But the guy basically expressed concerns about the legality of modafinil. He did have a script for it. He got it, I think, from Hab Pharmaceuticals, one of these companies that sells it through Hab or Sun Pharmaceuticals. And, he read about tolerance and he read about cycling and these sorts of things, which is really the responsible position to take when it comes to everything modafinil included. So, he basically sent me an email and said, hey, Ryan, can you, give me some other stacks that are like modafinil to get a modafinil-like effect that I can kind of toggle between? And I first want to say I totally praise this guy's email because that is exactly what we try to teach, because I think it's necessary to cycle, and I think it's cool to have a diverse set of nootropics that you can take that induce modafinil-like effects. So right into it. Number 1, I would say that, this is one we really don't talk about, but we have variations of this in our digital guides. And by the way, look, if you want a list of very powerful stacks that reach the modafinil-like state, we have endless amounts of them. There's got to be 100 or so of those really strong stacks among all of our digital guides. I think the Racetam God Guide and the nootropic stacks for the business professional probably have the most high-level stacks, especially the nootropic stack for the business professional, because that's got Oxiracetam, uridine. It has modafinil stacks, aniracetam stacks, theacrine stacks in there, and those are all targeted toward like heavy business productivity. So get those guides. That's number 1. Number 2, look, there's an Oxiracetam centrophenoxine stack that I've been taking lately that I want to just give you and explain kind of the methodology behind it so that folks can use the same strategy to devise other stacks that are like modafinil. The stack is the following: 500 milligrams Oxiracetam, 150 milligrams centrophenoxine, 100 milligrams alpha GPC, 75 milligrams triacetyluridine, a B complex, and then 100 milligrams of theacrine. Okay, so what we did there, and by the way, theacrine is a caffeine analog, very stimulatory compound. Here's the deal. We have a powerful cholinergic punch with Oxiracetam, GPC, and centrophenoxine. Centrophenoxine is a compound that's basically a bioavailable version of DMAE, crosses over into the blood-brain barrier, increases brain acetylcholine, but it also removes like buildup that you get over the course of your life in your brain that slows things down. It's a substance called lipofuscin. So centrophenoxine has been demonstrated to actually remove and reduce the amount of lipofuscin people have in their brains. Triacetyluridine works on dopamine receptors. It works on acetylcholine receptors. It works on neurite outgrowth. It is very stimulatory. It is like a modafinil in its own right. It's the cousin of uridine monophosphate, the number one most powerful nootropic compound in the world, in my opinion, the one that we put in Cortex. What we did is we got the racetam in there. We got a choline source in there. We have our alpha GPC. We got our Centro working on increasing brain acetylcholine and decreasing lipofuscin. We got triacetyluridine as a very stimulatory agent, also working on dopamine, epinephrine, and norepinephrine, believe it or not. But then what really takes this stack into being like a really cool functional stack into the land of being like modafinil and like the limitless kind of stack is the theacrine. So what you do is you stack a powerful cholinergic punch, and if you're going to stack a lot of cholinergics, like it's pretty optimal to take a B complex with it. That's why we have that in there. B vitamins just regulate the synthesis and the regulation of neurotransmitters, especially acetylcholine. It's very, very important if you're taking large cholinergic doses of things to get a B complex in with your dose. But then what we did there in that process is we brought triacetyluridine in, which is insanely stimulatory and really, really powerful. But then we brought a stimulant in. Now you could substitute caffeine with it, you could substitute theobromine with it, you could substitute otherwise stimulatory agents, I don't know, maybe maca root or something, perhaps even some NALT. But theacrine is one of the best that stacks well with cholinergics. I mean, theacrine is like, the kind of brain energy you can get, especially in conjunction with that stack, is awesome. So I want you to take that advice. I want you to take the advice of like a pretty powerful cholinergic compound or a bunch of compounds in a stack, and then using a stimulant, using either theobromine, theacrine, or caffeine or otherwise stimulants. Perhaps maybe something like yohimbine. I mean, you might want to experiment and figure that out, but stimulants on the tail end of a stack with cholinergics and a uridine or uridine analog like triacetyluridine, insanely powerful stack. All right, guys, coupon code 8 gets you $8 off of everything at the Cortex Labs website. Probably the best deal right there would be the Nootropics Starter Pack, which takes that down to like $30 or something, which is a bottle of Cortex and Smarter, Better, Faster, our digital guide. Then there's the Cortex stack. If you use the coupon code 8, that takes it all the way down to $24 for the mighty Cortex stack. That's crazy. We don't often run specials where it's $24 for that's cheap for Cortex. That's normally $34.99. You're getting $10 off of a freaking powerful stack. Get that at livecortex.com. Coupon code 8 applies to everything right now. Thanks for watching.
My name is Ryan Michael Ballo. For 6 years, my sole mission has been to improve the performance of my brain. This is why I created Cortex. My mission was to build a nootropic stack that gave me extreme focus, powerful motivation, and a heightened cognitive state. And after years of experimentation and a comprehensive beta testing protocol, and putting together the most powerful nootropic compounds on the planet, I found what I was looking for.
What's up, everybody? Ryan Michael Ballo here. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Look, we've got, as it stands, 5 primary products that I want to just explain to you. You heard us mention them during the video, so I'm going to break them down. Number 1, from left to right, the Cortex Nootropic Stack. This is a cognitive enhancement stack that you really want to take to turn the lights on. Just to give you an idea, hardcore business folks that require 18 to 20 hours of brain function, take the Cortex stack. That's what we initially designed it for, but then like everybody in the nootropic sphere loved it. Verbal fluency, speed of processing, motivation, drive to want to work. That's what the Cortex stack does. Moving right along, the Oxiracetam guide there. That is called the Beginner's Guide to Oxiracetam. Breaks down 25 powerful Oxiracetam stacks. Shows you how to use Oxiracetam. It's essentially the everything guide to Oxiracetam. Long demanded. Folks asked us for it. We delivered. It is fully digital. Lots of powerful stacks. And then there's the nootropic stacks for the business professional. That's basically 100, right around 100 powerful uridine, modafinil, theacrine, Oxiracetam, Oxiracetam, phenylpiracetam, Alcar stacks for business situations, for the type of brain states that business folks need for sustained performance. Next is the Racetam God Guide. That is a high-level every Racetam guide, digital guide. We've got all the major Racetams with accompanying focus stacks and memory stacks and speed of processing stacks. In that Racetam. There's 8 major nootropic Racetams, and that guide explains all of them and accompanying stacks. Then there's the Noopept Pro Stack List. The Noopept Pro Stack List is a digital guide that explains oral, so just taking it by mouth, sublingual, taking it under the tongue, and then intranasal, spraying Noopept nasal spray in your nose, stacks. It's just a bunch of stacks, a giant stack list of Noopept stacks that are highly effective, pro-level, specific brain state inducing type of Noopept stacks. That thing has been a hit out there with the market. And then last, there's Smarter, Better, Faster. Smarter, Better, Faster is the all-around, everything nootropics digital guide. If you just want to learn everything, many Racetams, modafinil, etc., get Smarter, Better, Faster. It's like the guide you need to know if you're new to nootropics, to learn basically everything and to walk away knowing what you need to know on nootropics. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. Get this stuff at livecortex.com and rock on.